Hello, good morning, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous and another cup of space coffee. I am noden'gin, your host, as always. So many things have happened, and unfortunately, I am very late to the party. Work has been just crazy busy, and all these games that I love that are under development have had some major updates to them, including Elite Dangerous here. So we've had Beta 3.0 has come out, and with lots of cool new features, including this mechanism right here. We are scooping some fuel. Let's pull off of the surface a bit here so we can drop some heat. This is actually really cool mechanic. You can go and buy yourself a fuel scoop. You just get close enough to a star, and it just auto deploys and starts sucking up fuel. Now you can see my temperature is rising pretty high. You can see the smoke coming off the dash. We are in some dangerous zones here for fuel, but or for heat. But yeah, so that it gives us that a mechanism that we can get out and get farther into the universe and do exploration and things like that, which is good because this universe has expanded quite a bit. Oh yes. So in Beta 2.0 we expanded from 50 star systems to 500. We've expanded again now to 2,500. That's 2,500 or many systems with an imperceptible number of planets around them. It's very cool how much larger this system, this galaxy, this area that we can explore through. Oh, I forgot. It has gotten. Unfortunately, there are some bugs, and amongst them, I believe it's actually related to the track IR, but I'm not 100% sure yet, is that when I go and use my system map or galaxy map, it seems to lock my keyboard. And from what I can tell, it's sort of like when it uses the, if you weren't using track IR and you were using the key to focus on a screen, it seems to sort of bind that. So it's left shift there, and so every time I use the galaxy map I have to remember to hit left shift or I can't use my throttle. So that's totally what I'm going to blame for flying past that, not my usual not paying attention and things are happening. But anyways, many things, like I was saying, have been happening in these games that I love. So, like I said, Beta 3.0 is out. We saw the fuel scooping mechanics there, which are very cool. I'm very excited with that, and excited to do some deeper exploration. But the real thing that I've done here in the Ford Transit van of space is I have been doing some mining. I've equipped this transit van out with a mining laser, and I've been having oodles of fun just shooting a bunch of rocks with my laser cannon, and scooping up that there mechanics that or materials that come up off them, and it's just a damn good fun, you know. So but like many things, not horribly profitable. I am sure that there will be ways in the near future that this will become more profitable. Ooh, look at all those ships that just appeared out of nowhere. Wonder what's up with all of them. All right, where are we going? We're going over here. Anyways, yes, science, yes. So, very fun. Like I said, not terribly profitable, which is a bit unfortunate. Always kind of wanted to. I mean, I suppose that, you know, mining shouldn't be all that profitable, because it is so simple, especially for, you know, an early game time. And we need to shift there again. Because it is something that's very easy to do, but it just seems to be so very slow, and the materials that you gather just don't have the profitability. In fact, I'm going to dock here. I'm going to repair up because we took some damage flying way too close to his sun a little earlier ago. And then we are going to go find some rocks to shoot our laser gun at. And we will take a look at exactly what is going on with the mining mechanics. Alrighty, so we are here. We found ourselves a nice bit of asteroids. Actually, let's just slow down here so we can actually show ourselves on the map over here. So we are here in LHS 411, just getting the details, getting the information. So we came to one of these guys. This is where we are, is in one of these looking things here. Now, this is a really cool system, and I came to this system for a reason, because there are many things that are cool about mining, and one of them is that there's these great, you know, extraction zones that are pre-built into the game, but there's something else as well. This planet right here is a ringed planet, and those rings are also mineable, and that's pretty cool. So we're going to try that out as well, but first we're just going to go through some of... let's get our hardpoints deploying here. Some of our things. Now, I actually came over here and did a quick test to see if there actually was any, like, minerals in these rocks, because I've had some problems. I don't know if it's a multiplayer problem, like playing in the open world, or what exactly it was, but I was having some issues earlier on trying to find a rock that still had minerals in it. So, I wanted to make sure there were some before I started. But, so you have to buy a mining laser. So I have one here. Whoa! Slow, 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 slow. Let's turn our lights on. Bing! So we can see the inside of this beautiful. So I bought a mining laser here. I put it on our Ford Transit van. And you just shoot it. You shoot it at the thing. It's a good idea to put some energy into your laser so that it doesn't overheat quite so quickly. But basically, after a short while, you will hear a little bit of a crunch, crunch, crunch sound, and that is the sound of a piece of rock being thrown off of the asteroid that you were mining, or the rock you were mining anyways. So what you need to do is you need to pick that up in your cargo scoop. So let's just deploy our, whoops, not our landing gear, our cargo scoop. Let's slow right down here just so that we're not, and to try to do this, got to keep it centered in that little square thing there. Looking good, looking good. Oh, beautiful. So over here in our cargo, so now we've got this rutile in our, can I just move away from this for a minute? We're just very close to this big floating rock, and come on, thank you. Alright, that's good enough. So basically you've got, you also have to have what do they call it? A refinery, mechanism. Now I've got an upgraded one, which means I have 2 slots in it. The basic one only has 1 slot. And what that means is that you only have 1 slot with which to, refine any one material. So, if I hit my spacebar on that, now I've got 12% of a ton of rutile. That slot is now completely occupied by rutile, and it cannot take anything else. So if I were, you know, mining at a different asteroid, like say that one over there, it may not have rutile. Hell, I may not get rutile off of this rock the next time I blast it. In fact, I may get a... Ooh, that thing just flew right past me. Let's see how this one... I may get something that's got a bit of, like, both rutile and something else in it. So you kind of need to have another whatchamacallit, a second slot, or you're just going to be throwing material away, which is more often the case. So let's just go and pick this up here. So this is also rutile. We got 15% more. So I'm kind of going about this in a slow fashion. It's best to kind of like, usually I find it's fastest to blow off like 2 or 3 little hunks and then go chasing them all down. It's a little bit too slow to blast them off one at a time, and then bam. And that one should actually go straight into our refinery. There it has. So we're up to 27%. Now let's close our hatch and get some power to the engines here. And let's go to a different rock, just very quickly. And let's just see what comes off of that one. But there's lots of different minerals on these, and different things like that you can get. There's gold as well, which is obviously a super good one. A super good one if you really want to make a killing doing this. But it is a little bit tricky because you don't really have a sense of... so there's cobalt. Of depth perception with these big rocks. So you don't really know exactly how far away you are from one all the time. And it means that sometimes you kind of smash into them. That's pretty fun. You know, that's cute. It's a cute little thing to do every once in a while. Just smash into a big rock. Bam. So we'll come over here, and now we're going to... oh, see, now this actually was a hybrid one, so it had cobalt and uranite in it. And we have to basically pick one, because we only have a thing for one slot. And that's going to be a tough choice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat. Let's turn that off. Let's blast another hunk off. And if it says cobalt, we'll take the cobalt. If it says uranite, it says cobalt. We'll take the cobalt. And that one we're going to have to vent. And hopefully, there's going to be more cobalt in this than uranite. Oops. Sorry, rock. I'm not always very great at this. Here we go. Come on, let's go. So basically there's a speed that the cargo scoop doesn't want you to exceed, and if you do, it starts beeping its little horn at you, and all kinds of fun things. But I find basically, 15 to 20 is a good speed. You can kind of keep a pretty good control over your path and quickly... yes, that wasn't that much in there. Well, yeah, so this is mining, and it is slow. And it takes a while sometimes, because sometimes you're only filling this thing up at like 5% a pop. So that's a little bit too slow for many... to make a huge amount of profit. Now, there have been some really interesting thoughts. People have thought, ideas where people figured, this is multiplayer, so what we should be able to do... Oop, there we go. Is have it set up where, you have one person kind of just burning off the rocks, and you got another person sitting around... let's back this up a bit. Yes. And you have another person just flying around collecting them. So that's, it seems like a good idea, but unfortunately, at the moment, anyways, multiplayer isn't as refined as all that, which brings me to a very interesting point. Now, this game has now a release date, which I've completely forgotten, but it's basically December 14th. Let's just say December 12th. It's December sometime, I'm pretty sure, or December 11th. It's one of those days. But the question is this game ready for that? I mean, so that's a month away at this point, at this stage, and there's a lot of things that aren't really refined, don't mind the pun, in the game yet. So, I mean, we've got mining, and we've got a few things, that are coming along, which, I mean, that's fantastic.
Cargo scoop retracted.
But, is it really... does it feel like it's flushed out as a game? Is there enough detail to the universe? I mean, once they open it up to everybody, is there going to be enough stuff for people to do? Now, I don't know how much stuff either that they're holding back on either, and there could be quite a bit. But I just don't know. I just don't know. I'm super curious. Anyways, bit of a ramble. I'm going to continue mining this up here until that we got a full load, and then I am going to go off and sell it. So I'm going to do that. I'll do it all off camera because this is going to just take a while because we're at 25%. Yeah, we're only a third of the way through like 2 tons of material here, so it's gonna take a little while. But yeah, so I will see you guys next time. Until then, I do something, something, something. Ciao, I love you. Good night. All right, one last thing that I figured that I should probably show is because I was talking about this not being particularly profitable. So I've got a couple of pieces of bauxite here now. Let's get some over here. Now this is just whatever station was in system. So obviously, I could probably go around and hunt down a slightly better deal. But this is what we got. So I picked up bauxite. Now bauxite obviously is not platinum or gold. This is not a high, but 271. This is how much this was 10 minutes of my life. And this is how many credits I got. So, if you can get lucky and you can find a nice little place where you can get some nice palladium or platinum, or let's see, what else is fun? Hell, even some uranite here, that's not too bad. Colton, that's not too bad. Where's that cobalt? We'd gotten a bunch of cobalt too, didn't we? Cobalt, 745. So, really, when we were trying to choose between the uranium and the cobalt, should have gone with the uranium. I got that difference there. So, having this in mind, definitely a good idea. Hunting down really good spots, also probably like good deals, also probably a good idea. Otherwise, you will get stuck with a bauxite end of the stick. All right, now for real. Ciao, I love you. Good night.